Talbert House is not a house or a single facility, but it's a network of services throughout the greater Cincinnati community. And we served over 28,000 people last year alone with a group of doctors and nurses and counselors and other professionals. We have not just a program for treatment, but prevention, assessment, treatment, and reintegration services, and helping these men, women, and children deal with the adversity in their lives and become healthy and productive citizens. And in that way, we really can change the community one life at a time.
We are always looking to science to tell us what to do to be effective with the clients that we serve. Without data, you can't talk intelligently about whether your services work. It becomes simply our word and you trust us kind of mentality versus we have objective data to show you that what we do works. Part of our mantra is to always look to be better tomorrow than we are today, and so we understand we're not perfect. That's why we use data to pinpoint those areas where we can always improve. That's a business practice for us, and that's a way of life, and I think people need to understand that. And does impact the quality of the services that we deliver.
We are working every single day to make sure we're delivering the best care we can on the clinical side, while we're also proving ourselves with business practices that make a difference.
Talbert House provides a holistic continuum of care to clients. We provide services throughout the community in not just Hamilton County, not just the city of Cincinnati, but in the entire region.
What we bring to the table is a continuum of services that stretch from Hamilton County to Brown County to northern Kentucky even. And what we're trying to do is grow so that we meet the needs of the community as a whole.
Talbert House started in 1965 as a halfway house, and we quickly found out that people just don't have one kind of problem. Those individuals that came to us had drug problems and emotional problems and job problems, and so we started to deliver a full array of services, this continuum of care.
We provide services, in multiple areas. We provide services in corrections, substance abuse, mental health, welfare to work.
We provide services to children. We provide services to ex-offenders. We provide services to victims.
The power of one agency being able to serve multiple needs of a client so that a client doesn't have to go to several agencies to get their needs met, I think that's a pretty powerful resource we bring to the community.
We need to treat the whole person, and Talbert House is able to do that.
We're in a season of violence right now. When I go to a scene and see a 14-year-old or a 13-year-old, 12-year-old lying dead on the street and drugs in their hand, that's sad. You stand there and hear the mother crying, "That's my baby, that's my baby." And you wonder, how does this child get to this point? The core of the violence is really drugs. 90% of all the homicides are drug-related. So when you have an organization like Talbert House that's providing substance abuse rehabilitation, boy, that's going to have an impact. We can get individuals off drugs, then that lessens the drug trade, and that will lessen the violence.
We had a child that was referred to our adolescent program when he was 15 years old. He was a heroin addict. He was using heroin with his family. He was in residential. We focused on relapse. We focused on recovery. He moved into independent living. He's been out of services 7 months now. He has a job, 2 jobs, and this is the longest period of time he's had sobriety since he was 15. So he's excited about what's ahead of him. He sees hope for the future that he didn't have in the past.
Community Link is a collaboration of various social service agencies from the greater Cincinnati area. Every day we help people get off welfare.
Welfare should be a bridge from hard times to good times, but it should be a short bridge. Historically, it's been a highway, and people have never gotten off that highway, and we've seen 2 and 3 generations of welfare in the same household.
We work with welfare to work clients to identify their barriers to employment. We help them to resolve those issues, and then we get them on a path to self-sufficiency, be it through education and training, volunteer work, or actually helping them to secure a job somewhere. We want them to become contributing members of society and also role models for their own families. And by doing that, we have stronger communities as a whole.
As a juvenile court judge, you suddenly step into another world, and you might have legal issues, but much more importantly, you have social issues, you have family issues, you have issues that transcend law. Talbert House transcends law to the extent that it provides things that a court system and a body of laws was never intended to provide. We would have no meaningful long-term program for girls who come through the juvenile justice system if it weren't for the Talbert House Passages program. We would have no residential, literally no, none, zero residential mental health facility for violent offenders if it weren't for the bridge. Without Talbert House, there are things that just simply wouldn't happen in the juvenile court system.
Talbert House has an excellent track record. The success rates, the graduation rates, the jobs that are secured for people, the people that maintain jobs, all of those kind of statistics that come out of Talbert House treatment programs are extremely important and really the envy of other agencies.
We wouldn't be serving 28,000 clients this past year if they didn't think we were doing the job for them, and they wouldn't be recommending Talbert House to their friends and loved ones if we weren't doing a great job.
If somebody's referred to Talbert House from the courts, from a private physician's office, wherever it is, from a church, if they're referred to Talbert House, people know they're going to get the right kind of care.
There are many organizations that exist, but not all of them have true impact where you can actually change lives and thus change communities. And Talbert House is the real deal. They do impact the lives of individuals, and they are changing our community.
We're a much better community for having Talbert House. If we didn't have Talbert House, somebody would have to go about inventing it.